Are you dreading having that conversation with the person that you work with? If that's you, then stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. My name is Amasi Dotson, and today we're starting a brand new series called Crucial Conversations. You heard it, Crucial Conversations. And in this series today, we're currently in the work edition. So in the work edition, we're going to uncover how is it that we have that uncomfortable conversation with our boss, maybe our colleague, or just anyone that's around us in the work environment. Because we want to be able to have a healthy environment so we can produce on a high level. And we don't want to have nothing to stagnate us to getting to that next stage. So when it comes to having crucial conversations, sometimes one way for us to have a better start on understanding the situation is changing the narrative. When you change the narrative, you automatically remove the story from your mind and deal with the situation at hand, because we create the stories and that's what drives the emotions. So let's say, for example, right? You have a colleague. Every time you go to eat lunch, after him or her, they leave a big mess. So you're just like, you know what? You're thinking to yourself, before you even approach them, you're like, oh, she always leaving a mess. She don't care about her team. He don't care about his team. They doing that to me purposely so I could clean up after them. But if you actually took time to actually speak to that colleague, they're actually running back to a project. They're actually trying to get onto a phone call because the child is sick. Or maybe they just are a person that are just really forgetful and need someone to remind them. Because when we remind others, it allows them to understand that they made a mistake. And I know that there's people out there, I get it, that do not care about other people. But listen, there is a group of people out there that really do generally make mistakes. And we want to be empathetic and compassionate about other people that do things that we just don't like or that are wrong. Also, when it comes to having these conversations, you want to make sure you create a safe space. When you create a safe space, it leaves you and the individual feeling comfortable to have the conversation in the first place. So you don't want to have the conversation in front of other colleagues, and you don't want to have the conversations when the person's already upset or in dismay. You want to have the conversations at the right appointed time, whether it's in the break room when it's just you and them alone, or maybe at the end of the day when everything is just all cool and settled and you can express how you feel. Do not pick the wrong time to express how you feel, because that can cause a big uproar and you won't be able to get to the core root of your conversation. Another thing I gotta add is to create a mutual agreement. There are times where you would not always agree on the outcome of the conversation, and you want to be able to come up with a good outcome. So for example, let's say the colleagues say, you know what, I don't care what you have to say, I leave a mess, and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. And in your mind, you want a clean space for you and the environment that everyone's staying in, so you don't want it to be dirty. So what you would do is you would speak to the colleague and say, hey, I understand where you're coming from and you don't like to be told what to do, but all of us want a clean space, including you. So I feel that if you clean up after yourself, and we all do, that it can make it equal. And I mean, of course, you may get a little pushback, but keep restating how you feel and how it will help everybody, because when you make it an I thing, that's when people kind of push back. But when you make it a we thing that everybody will be able to benefit, and you will be able to see that you will be able to get a full reap in this situation. So that pretty much sums it up. So now you understand exactly what is it that you need to have a crucial conversation with your colleague. But listen, this works out for anything, whether it's your boss, whether it's your associate, anybody, like it really doesn't matter. Why? Because these 3 tips will allow you to be able to uncover any core issue that you're having with that employee or the boss or anyone of that measure. So understand, first things first is change the narrative. Second thing is to ensure that you create a safe space. And 3 is to ensure you create a mutual agreement. Once you do all these 3 things, I promise you the situation will run smoothly like molasses and butter, and you will not have to worry about anything. But let's understand this. Next week, you guys are in for a treat. I have the relationship edition. I'm gonna rock your socks off. I'm telling you, even if you're married, courting, or anything of that nature, this tips that I'm going to give you is going to help you be able to understand and assess your situation better, or your relationship better. And listen, we all want to be happy, right? We all want to be happy. So next week, stay tuned and stay locked in, and I'll see you guys next week. Deuces. If you guys know how my foot felt right now, I go through so much. Oh Jesus. What? My whole toenail broke. Guys, on film, the blood of the lamb. Oh God. My whole toenail broke. Ow. Ow. My lip. What? Like, no. I've never. Okay. This is really. Let me just tell you guys, without warfare, there's no real growth. And I tell you again, without any real warfare, there's no real growth. If you guys only knew the hell I'm going through to film this video that I've never gone through ever. I mean, I've never gone through this much hell to film a video. And I think it's because the devil knows that I am on to something great. And I just want to let you guys know that. Don't let that stop you. Hell or high water, this video coming out.